It's time for World Record of the Week.
Everyone's the best at least one thing. It's a World Record of the Week.
Hooray!
Yeah, my favourite. I like this segment. It's a good one. And I've recently subscribed to the Guinness World Records Twitter.
I thought you were going to say magazine.
I wish there was a magazine because I genuinely would read it. It's so interesting. There's so much stuff going on. So I've got loads again. So I've pared them down a little bit this week. First one is the longest chain of bras in the world. So they've been attaching bras one to another and making a big long chain in Rhode Island. Do you want to guess how long it is?
Length, not number.
So it's number of bras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess they're not really a standard length, are they?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, but it is the number of bras anyway.
834.
You're a bit off. It's 200,000.
What?
200,000 bras have been put together. It's taken them so long. They've been there days and days putting these together. The previous record was 166,000, and that was set in 2009. Rightly so, because it's a lot of effort to do this. Another record that I really liked was billed as Prince Harry's face made out of Rubik's cubes.
Yep.
And that's what it was. But the actual record was for the most people collaborating to make a piece of Rubik's Cube art.
Okay.
So they turned the Rubik's Cube in such a way that it made like them posters where it's like little posters in the middle and it makes up someone's face. It's like that.
Yeah.
So it's 308 people doing Rubik's Cubes into that. And they actually included some speedrunners champions, like speedrun champions. Doing it. So they did 1,575 Rubik's Cube.
Could you increase that record by just having more people standing around watching?
I think they have to actually do the cube themselves, yeah. Otherwise, you could just have thousands and thousands. I could be part of the record because I'd look at it. No, I think you've got to actually do the cube yourself. And I think it probably would be quite hard. It would be just as hard as trying to finish a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Get it into exactly the sort of colours that they wanted. And it's actually quite good. It's 8 foot big, 8 foot by 7 foot, which is big.
Yeah.
And it did look like Prince Harry. Very good.
Very good.
So those are the silly records. These are the sports records. This is an awesome record. So the record was broken for the heaviest aircraft pulled by a set of people in wheelchairs.
Awesome.
Absolutely awesome. So 100 people in wheelchairs gathered at Heathrow Airport to pull a 127.6 ton jet in their wheelchairs. And they had to pull it 100 metres to break the record.
Had to, because otherwise it would have been stuck on the runway.
Yeah, it's got no engine in it. They took the engines out first. No, how awesome is that?
That's awesome.
So each person was pulling 1.27 tons in their wheelchair, effectively. I don't know. Is that how it would work, do you think? 100 people doing it? Because they're not all pulling it exactly at the same time, are they? So you're probably pulling more weight than that.
Yeah, and
when you're pushing.
One person's bound to be slacking off.
Yeah, exactly. And probably the bloke who organised it. He's just sitting in his wheelchair looking around. Oh, I'm not doing anything.
Good work, guys.
Yeah, good work, everyone. Push hard. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? There was another record broken for the most number of seasons played in Football Manager. Do you want to guess how many seasons this person's done?
8 million.
333 seasons of Football Manager. It took him 1,940 hours. It was broken by Sepp Hadel, a German bloke. And he didn't take any vacation in the game. So there's a button you can press that takes a vacation for however long. And he didn't do it. You're allowed a certain amount per year by the world record. But he didn't do it. He just wanted to play it all. 333 seasons is absolutely crazy. I've usually gotten bored after half a season of Football Manager.
Why has he stopped?
I guess he's carrying on. I actually don't know if he's stopped or not. Maybe he's got the new one. He's got the new Football Manager.
Maybe he's got a girlfriend.
Doubt it. But none of those are football of the week or world record of the week. The world record of the week is incredible. So this world record was broken by a guy called John Farnworth, a UK freestyle footballer. Mm-hmm. No David Rush this week. Hasn't broken a record first week in ages.
He's going to
not
come back
broken one.
real hard next week.
He's going to have a bigger next week, I reckon.
Yeah.
I followed him on Twitter as well. Yeah. Not many people do. I thought there'd be more.
Oh,
He's like 300 followers.
He doesn't have many friends.
No, who'd have thought it? No, so on to John Farnworth. John Farnworth, UK freestyle footballer, already holds 7 world records for, among those, the greatest vertical ascent whilst juggling a football. Didn't see what the record was, but I imagine that's pretty high. He also has a record for the longest slack line duration juggling a football. So just on there for ages, I guess. And also for the highest altitude drop volley. So like the ball was dropped from the highest altitude and he volleyed it into the net. That's an awesome record to hold, I reckon. But this record is crazy. So he went to the Sahara Desert to break this record. Didn't have to, but did it anyway.
Okay.
And he broke the record for the furthest football juggle in an hour in the Sahara. So just to make it harder for himself, I guess.
Why would you do it in the Sahara?
I think it was to make it harder.
Because, obviously it's hot, but just walking on a dune.
Yeah, so not only is it hot, very windy, apparently,
Yeah.
which would affect juggling a football, you would think, wouldn't you? But, he's a professional, so I guess he's really good at it. Do you want to guess how far he travelled in an hour juggling a football?
So, average walking speed is 5 miles an hour?
If you're pushing it, yeah, I think so.
Juggling a football should be slower.
Yeah.
4 miles.
Pretty close, 3.61 miles. But like you say, on sand, in
That's
a desert,
going.
in baking heat, it's a pretty crazy... I honestly don't know why he's gone there to do it, but he just seems like, from what I could tell, he likes pushing things harder and harder.
Yeah.
And the record wasn't for doing it in the Sahara. There is no record for doing it in the Sahara, so he's not got anything for going there.
Does mean it's easier for somebody to break if they just do it
Yeah. Do
normal
you know,
place.
although David Rush didn't break a record this week, I did watch one of his videos from one of his early records where he's doing speed juggling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. So he's doing this it's the one where you toss the ball up over and then you pass the one underneath.
Yeah.
And so there's a steady stream of over the top and underneath passes. And he does that for a minute. And it's so quick. And then afterwards he's like, try and break the record, somebody. Hey, I dare you. Because if you break it, that's just something else for me to try and work at. And he's got this thing like #growth mindset. That's his thing.
Oh.
And he said that anytime you've got something to grow towards, you can do it. You can actually get better at things. So maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he wants somebody to break the record so that he can break it again. Could be. So anyway, good work, John. And maybe you'll be our new David Rush. Although you're going to have to break a few more records before you do that.